U.S. suspends funding to WADA, citing need for reform and greater accountability. In a move that has sent ripples through international sports, the United States has halted its funding to the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, the foremost body tasked with combating doping in sports worldwide. The decision underscores growing dissatisfaction with WADA's approach to anti-doping enforcement, particularly in light of recent controversies involving Chinese swimmers. Historically, the U.S. has been the largest contributor to WADA since its establishment in 2000, providing substantial financial support to bolster the agency's annual budget of over $57 million. However, this year, following stark criticisms from the U.S. anti-doping agency, USADA, regarding WADA's handling of doping cases among Chinese athletes, the U.S. withheld its annual contribution of $3.625 million. The focal point of the contention lies in the allegations of 23 Chinese swimmers who tested positive for the banned stimulant trimetazidine. Despite the positive tests, WADA accepted the explanation from the Chinese anti-doping agency that the presence of the substance was due to contamination, a claim made without a thorough on-site investigation. This leniency has caused significant concern within USADA and led to accusations of preferential treatment and inadequate enforcement of established anti-doping protocols. Travis Tygart, the chief of USADA, has been particularly vocal about the need for substantial reforms within WADA. Tygart's criticisms stem from what he perceives as a failure by WADA to adhere strictly to its own guidelines, which would normally mandate provisional suspensions for the athletes involved. His frustrations are rooted in a broader appeal for transparency and fairness to ensure athletes worldwide can compete on a level playing field. In response to the funding cut, WADA has implemented punitive measures barring U.S. representation on its foundation board and executive committee. This development not only represents a significant diplomatic fracture, but also raises critical questions about the effectiveness and impartiality of global anti-doping efforts. The implications of the U.S. decision are profound, especially considering the upcoming major international sports events scheduled to occur in the U.S., including the 2026 FIFA World Cup and the 2028 Olympic Games in Los Angeles. Tygart has maintained a firm stance in demanding an overhaul of WADA's governance and operations, underscoring the urgency of restoring faith in the global anti-doping system. As the standoff continues, the international community watches closely. The outcomes of this conflict could define the future of anti-doping regulations worldwide, influencing how global sports bodies manage and enforce integrity among athletes and nations alike. Thank you for choosing Satori News.